Adding PvP to Genshin Impact is a heavily debated topic, with most players and experts suggesting that direct, real-time combat PvP would likely harm the game. The main concerns include severe balance issues between spenders, whales, and free-to-play users, character power creep, and technical issues like latency.
Shut up, AI. It's been like a week since miHoYo made it possible for us to use our own characters in Miliasra Wonderland, and right away, we've got PvP. The human mind does not know how to stop beating up each other. I'm of course gonna play this because I hate myself, but let's first of all take a look at the reviews because I think they were pretty funny.
When I use my status in anime, enemies also get a shield.
Fix targeting issue. You will literally hit yourself for no reason and take damage. Also fix transformative reactions, overload, electrocharge, all.
What? I just got one-shotted by C0 Colomina, whatever her name is. Please ban this character too, she's so broken in this mode. Mind you, I was with C6 Flints. That sounds like a great experience. But we need more data to make our Excel spreadsheet.
Sing, 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 sing.
Fortunately, characters like Zhongli and Chaska are banned. But it doesn't matter because I'm missing half the roster anyways. And that's because 90% of the Primo Gems I've saved over the course of this account's existence was only for one character. You guys could probably guess who it is. Now this wouldn't be much of a problem for most content in this game, but we're no longer dealing with the regular content anymore. Let's think about this for a bit. So suppose this black screen is the game, and you are this peanut-shaped Aranara, which one Reddit user describes as the most ugliest Aranara they have ever seen. And then you meet a whale. However, if both of your gear is kind of the same, then what happens is most people would come together in the middle and then have a big scramble. And maybe, just maybe, you come out on top. Yeah, in this case you lose. This is of course quite simplified because in an actual game you are part of a team of 2, which itself is half the full team of 4, but this isn't very important. What's more important is that we don't trade way too much in the middle, since our characters are not even close to being strong enough to justify not dodging, just to increase the DPS by a bit. We also don't want to dodge too much because our stamina goes to 0, and then we become vulnerable to all kinds of attacks. Which is why shields are great. But wait a minute, they're banned. Okay, well technically they're not outright banned, it's just some of the characters with shields are banned. And it's not like I have any other build characters with shields anyways. Freak it, if you're gonna lose, we might as well just make the game incredibly annoying for the opponent to win. And we shall achieve this using Lumine to place rocks in front of the opponent. With careful timing, they're gonna be forced to climb it. Okay, maybe it's not so good against Bloom teams. And we also have to stop climbing these rocks ourselves. Especially you, Furina, that's what happens. We've got to win at least once, right? Maybe this is the one. I am royally screwed. Our team did kinda work though. We were able to trap Zilonan in there for like a few seconds before she got out. It also works with Mavuika, which is pretty cool. But it's still not a broken enough ability to actually win the game. It also seems like Furina is not doing much damage to the opponent at all. And overall we are taking a lot more damage than the opponent, which could be a combination of trash builds and skill issues. But it could also be because Mavuika has better auto-targeting on her skill than Furina's goons, which are pretty weird. I am so addicted to new Genshin Miliasra PvP. Been playing non-stop match after match.
It's just so fun!
And of course they have to use Barbara because they are Giga Chat. Now he dies down because she's so squishy and they didn't dodge, and she's back because Barbara is C6. Well, at least we know how to fight Malvikas now, especially if she's paired with Bennett. And apparently Barbara is pretty good, but no, I will not be farming any more Oceanids, and you'll never grow as tall as your big sister. But it's gonna be fine. New villain is here to save the day. There is no one who can stand up to the power of Biden Blast. I have no idea what to put here, so take a look at this ladle. It's called Ladle of the Leisurely Sea Beast. So the way this works is basically the same as the annoying Lumine approach, but then we add the Willet to the mix. So our opponent will try to come close to the middle, and then usually you would duke it out in the middle, but in this case, we are gonna not move around and let the opponent close the gap. And when they get too close, you place a rock between them. And you can also place the rock like on them, and it will do some damage. And this would be generally preferred, but it really doesn't matter. At least you don't place the rocks too far behind them, or else I can just clip through and get to you faster. And since the rock is really close to them, they can either climb it by accident and waste some time, or move around and evade, which is probably what they're gonna do. Now this also does take some time, although it's less, so you do have some time to just beam them. And while this is happening, they're gonna try and escape and move forward to knock down New Villet. And in doing so, they have to walk through this beam. The reason they can't just dodge the beam is because of how geometry works. When they're far away, the part of the beam hitting them is gonna be following them really quickly, even if you're not turning around very fast. But anyways, they're gonna make their way through the beam eventually, so while that's happening, you just run away and place another rock, which seems like a pretty foolproof idea. However, the arena itself does not have enough space to run away forever, and you can also mess up. You can also get hit by one of those Malvika type attacks that are kind of off-field because they spawn directly on top of you. Okay, let's see how well it actually works. Wait a minute. Yeah, I might have forgotten to change his weapons like half an hour ago. And because we can't do much here, let's play a game, okay? First one to blink loses. Damn it! Now this should be enough. Wow, that is really awesome. We managed to beat them in 0 hits. Our PvP career is succeeding, that's for I am stupid. Pretty much 80% of the teams encountered had those off-field attacks, but New Villain also loves to create crystallized shields for people to become immune to his attacks, which doesn't really make much sense because usually it's the Geo character that is creating the crystals. But after looking around on Reddit, I found this post from the creator of the map themselves, which seems to explain a lot of things. So apparently healing is disabled because there is no way to check when the character is healing. So they can't nerf healing, and with the fact that Kokomi exists in this game, it's guaranteed to be a disaster. But I think the important part comes from these parts, which ask why am I hitting myself and damaging myself with reactions. Apparently it's because for some reactions it's not possible to check who did the damage. What's interesting is that the damage is also taken by a small invisible hilichurl that's behind the player. A pretty interesting approach, which might be the reason why our opponents get crystallized shields so often. But no more crystallizing for them because I'm using 2 Geo characters. You can't crystallize Geo, can you? If you can, you're probably a hacker and you should just ban yourself. Easy, easy. Of course, we're gonna give this person a thumbs up for their good effort. Okay, you know what? I am done. This game sucks.